Hello everyone, to Fudge 3004 here. Welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. I have been hard at work on the rover. We're going to go down there in a minute and check it out. It's almost done. I'm just got to weld up a few last pieces to get that done, and hopefully we'll be able to have enough stuff to be able to do it. I have batteries on there and a lot of other stuff to help us out for when we start actually doing things. I have to build some more, but that's going to be a little bit later. So one of the things that I did is I needed a lot more ore, so I went ahead and built a little drilling platform like this, just like the other one, and I kind of reinforced it with these legs here, and then I drilled a hole down here. It isn't very deep, but I can add more onto this whenever I need more pieces and all that. I wanted to show you guys a little bit of a comparison between things, so let's go ahead and get this started. Let's go down there and start getting this ready. So most of it is ready to go. There's a few more pieces that I'm not sure about what's going to happen whenever we get started, but we will see what happens. The update did come out for all of the money and the exchanges and all that. There are going to be contracts you can find and different things like that. I don't know anything about that. I haven't done anything with it at all. I've just been basically working on this, and that's about all I've been doing. So I will get to that pretty soon. I don't know when, and I don't know exactly what's going to happen with everything, so we will see. First thing you're going to notice is, well, this ship right here is pretty darn tiny compared to this big behemoth here, and that's something that I wanted to show you guys. It's just, this is the 5x5 wheel, as I said, and it's just enormous. This ship doesn't even go, it goes about halfway up the wheel. That's about it. It's so massive here. Now once I drop these, start getting those guys out of the way, then this is going to drop down, and these drills, I had them one more lower, but I figured that what they're going to do is break when I get them down there. So there's only a few things I have to do, and that's finish welding up all of these things. Everything is in. I just have to finish this up. Let's go and get these guys started. So the drills are ready to go. Is all I have to do is make sure that I don't bust them off when I lower this dude, because I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully we'll be okay. I did dig a trench and thought that maybe, you know, if I had them that lower, then I was thinking about it, and it's like, oh, I'm going to need more room than that, because when this drops, the suspension is going to take up most of the impact, and that's going to probably drop that down quite a ways. It may hit down here. I'm going to have to see, but hopefully not. So I don't know. We'll see. I have most of the tubes welded and stuff. I figured I might as well go and try to get some done. I put on quite a few of these solar panels in all directions, except for, of course, the bottom, because there wasn't any point in having them on the bottom. And I have a lot of things ready to go. Hopefully this will work okay. I got to put some ice in the hydrogen engines to get those ready to go. And I did do one other thing, and I need to do another thing too. I left places where I can hook up more tubes down here underneath where those cargo containers are right here. The ones on the back, but I will hook those up later. And I need more solar cells. Okay, I knew I needed probably something, but let's get down here. I have all these here. I have the batteries on, and I have everything ready to go. So you can see these giant containers, but you've already seen them before. I did build one of the hydrogen tanks, and now I just got to build the other one. These hydrogen tanks are going to be really good to store hydrogen, which is going to lighten the load quite a bit, and that's going to be really good. As you can see, there's a lot of pieces to do on here, and it's enormous. This thing is going to take so much energy to run. I decided to put on 2 assemblers and 2 refineries. I figured that isn't going to hurt anything. That way when we do start getting ores, they can be loading up and getting ready to do stuff and make stuff. I didn't need the assemblers, but I thought, you know what, we might as well just go ahead and plan on doing those. Almost done. Got to do a few more parts for that back piece, and then I got to put tubes going through here, and probably put on another one of these, or I'll move this to here and then take tubes through there so I can get the ice and whatever also back to this cargo container. So this is what the hydrogen tanks look like before they're built, and this is of course what they look like after they're built. This is the large size, of course. The smaller ones are still pretty big, but okay, so I just need some more computers. I can take care of that. That's not that big of a deal. I should have plenty on the flying ship down there. And everything here is pretty much ready to go. I gotta build, like I said, a few more parts. Yes, I need to do it like this one right here. So let me reverse this real quick, and I will get some tubes in, feeding in through here and all the way over there. And whenever this is done and we have everything else built, I'll come back and we will start getting this guy going. Let's just go ahead and do a real quick look here and just see the comparison to this. Comparing him to like the tires and stuff, because this little ship, I mean, it isn't like tiny, but it's, yeah, these tires are so massive, and that's just the tires. You guys can see, yeah, actually it doesn't even go halfway up, it goes about a third of the way up. That's how big these things are. I also have to finish that last tire, and then that'll be ready to go. Of course, get those solar cells on. I don't know, I only have 9 solar cells, so I'm gonna have to go make some more, but that's only one piece. So there's 29 of 32, I think, or 64, something like that. I don't know if I have enough. Let me, whoa, whoops, wasn't supposed to do that. That was not in the plan. That was to go down, not jump out. Got a little damage there, but it wasn't too bad, I guess. And then we're going to have to move this ship out of the way. So, you know, I don't really want to ruin this ship either. It was a lot of work making it. Alrighty then. Let's go and shut this guy off. We'll get these guys here going, and then we'll build the wheel. And I should have enough stuff to make those tubes. I still haven't done that yet, because I've kind of been a little busy working on all of this. And I gotta build this. Come on. Oh, I guess you're over here, aren't you? Okay, so you guys can see how many parts all of these take, like this right here. And these wheels, they take a lot of parts. Everything here is very, very expensive. I can't believe how much everything here costs. It's ridiculous. I don't need the bulletproof class, to be honest. I just, you know, that's just to help keep it better for longer, but... Okay, got the computers. Let's get this guy built now, and then we'll build those tubes. Now, let's go to 6, and... just go and do straight tubes for there, and then we can just put in a couple of turned ones. Hopefully I have enough stuff to do this. I did make a lot of parts in preparation for this, and I hope there's going to be enough. Once we drop this, then we'll know for sure if this is actually going to work. I'm hoping it will, but you know how these things go. Everything's way more expensive than you think it should be, and I still got to put tubes on the other side. So let me complete this, and then we'll get started. Alright, everything's built. Everything is ready to go. The batteries are turned back on. They're not fully charged. They were more charged, but they're not now. So everything is ready to go. Now comes the moment of truth. Let's hope that this works. If not, then it's going to be a lot of work to get this thing back. I think I'm going to stand right over here, and... okay, there's one. Good. So far it's holding up pretty decent. Good. Well, looks like it's actually going to do pretty good. I'm actually quite surprised. I still don't want to stand directly underneath it, but you know. Oh, okay, there it is. Alright, now it dropped. It didn't drop as far as I thought that it would, but it actually dropped quite a ways down. It's a good thing I had that trench. So what I'm going to have to do is basically go forward, let these guys drill up a bunch of ice, and then I can begin getting that in, and the oxygen generators will begin making a lot of the ice and stuff into power, and then we can continue doing this. The first thing I have to do, however, is come up to here, and in the hydrogen engine, let me see, that's this one right here. This is going to be hydrogen engine 1. And I'm just going to go ahead and put some ice in this one. Since I can't do it that way, I can do it this way. And I'm not worried about the tank. That is for sure. I want it more in the engine. That'll keep things going. So let's find out where the hydrogen engine is. I know he's on here somewhere. There's a lot of stuff on here. So hydrogen tank. I'm not seeing the hydrogen engines for some reason. I'm seeing the tanks, but not the engines. So I guess what I'm gonna have to do then is just drop that into here. Okay, that will get that going, and now let's see if we can maybe just try to get some stuff done. I forgot to put the drills on. Let's do that real quick. Control panel, drill. Let's do, how about let's do ice drills. That way that's ready to go. Because that's the main thing that I'm worried about more than anything, is just the ice drills. I can put on lights when I need to when I get that far. Groups, drills, on, off. Alright, now we got some. The parking brake is not on, but what I can do is actually not go too terribly fast. This thing is going to be getting a whopping lot of ice for us. Trying to go nice and slow. So this thing is going to kind of get weighed down really quickly. So from the view right here, ooh, that thing's noisy, wow. You can see how this thing is doing. That's me right there. Looks like we're still going forward, and that's actually perfectly fine, because then I can start getting some other drills on here and get some stuff. Look at this, 90,000 ice. This thing is getting a ton of ice. These oxygen generators are going to help the batteries to recharge. That's going to be the best thing. Sweet. All right. Let's park that guy right there. Let that go and finish drilling out that ice. Now we need to do something else. What I'm going to do is go and turn that off. Come off of here, and then what I'm going to have to do is actually get some pistons, and I'm about to get more parts, I do believe, because I don't have enough. And let's see about dropping some pistons here. We'll make some tubes, and we'll drop down one piston, and we'll see if we can get some more deeper going on. Now we could probably just run around with this like this and get more ice this way, but if we want to get some deep ore, we're definitely going to have that. But this these engines also will help the batteries to recharge, and let's go take a look and see when those batteries are actually going to be recharged real quick. So they are, let's just go and do a recharge. They'll be fully recharged in 10 minutes. So that's telling me that these engines right here are doing a heck of a job in keeping these guys charged. That's good. Then once these guys are charged, then I will go and put them on auto, and then they should be able to hold up with the engines and keep that going. I don't really need the batteries, but that's always a good thing to do. Okay, that one's gonna be a while because he was pretty darn low, and this one is gonna take a while too. Okay, I apparently need one on because it's not gonna work if I don't. So let's do that first one that was over here, because this guy isn't gonna take less time to do. I didn't think about that. Let's put you to auto. That will keep everything running and going. I'm assuming that these engines are going to be running. Doesn't look like they're running too much though, so I don't know what's going on there. Let's go to the tanks and see if those are getting filled up. Hydrogen tank. Yep, it's filling the tanks first. So I'm thinking what I should do is probably turn those off so that these engines should be running. I don't know why they're not. Most certainly does not look like they are. I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on here. I'll be right back as soon as I get this figured out. Yay, finally got it to work. Now this engine's running. I don't know why this one started kicking on. I just did some rework to try to get things figured out, and so now I can take this out. Okay, and then I can hook him back up to there. Finally started working. That's what I was hoping for. Okay, now we got that one working. What I think I'm gonna have to do too is hook this one up directly, just like it is. Even though it kind of is, I don't think it's working like it should be. So I'm gonna take this out and put in a tube here also. And I was hoping that would work, but you know, sometimes these things just kind of have a mind of their own. And then this one should start filling up and start working also, because you can see that the fan in the front is turning and the pistons are definitely working. And I also noticed that I have 56 years worth of power on here, so fully recharged in 2 hours. Cool. So that means that definitely working now, and that's what I was hoping for. Now whether this one is going to spark to life, I don't know, but we will find out. Let's turn that off. Let's turn that back on, and let's just wait to see if any of this stuff starts sparking. I don't know why this one started working, but it did, so at least we have that now. We have one engine running, which is really all that we really need, because that's going to power, you know, these things here. Everything will be fully recharged. Alright, now let's go and start looking at getting some of the other stuff done on here to make this go deeper, because once we get down to that rock and stuff underneath, then we'll be able to start making a lot of ore. That's going to be the expensive part. Let me see what I can do first. How much do I have? I don't have very many plates, so let me come back over to here, and I guess I'll just try to take 1,000 plates if I can. Take whatever I can. And let's just see if we can actually maybe start getting those pistons built, and we'll have to figure out some tubing to go down there to get that done. I'm hoping this will work with that being a little bit deeper, but we will be finding out. So I am going to take this. I'm going to hook those up, take these out at least 2 spaces. Like this. 1, 2, and then let's see about putting in, actually I could take that one out. Okay, let's build this one first. And then let's look at putting in like a junction here. And then we'll look at putting a piston in. Alrighty, now that we did that, quite a ways down here now. Hopefully the piston will reach okay. Let's go back to this one, number 2. And I think I'm too low to reach it, so I'm going to have to fly up there. Okay, let's flip you around like that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put a drill on here. Let me see here real quick. I could put a drill sideways, I know, but I'm not too sure I'm going to be... No, I'm not going to be able to. I don't know what I'm going to have to do here to get this guy to go in. Let me just see how far down I actually do need to go, because it'll do it there. So what I'm thinking is I may have to dig another trench here to get these guys lower, and then I'll put in those drills. So I'm going to work on that and be right back. I've decided that I'm not going to use those pistons after all, because that's going to drop that way too low for right now. What I'm going to do is put some tubes in. I'll put in another tube there, a couple of tubes there, and a couple of tubes there, with of course 2 tubes there. And then I should be able to get a little bit lower, and then we'll just keep on working on down till we get down to really low points. And that's the whole thing with doing these is it just takes so much to do this stuff. Okay, need a little more steel plates for that. More are coming. I'm going through resources like who flung a chunk. I don't know who did that, but whoever did that. See, I'm already short on steel plates. Not by a lot, but just a little bit. And I'd like to keep these guys as strong as I can. Looks like maybe I can try to get one more in there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not, but I will try. So let's go to number 1, and I'm not going to be able to get that guy in there yet. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more drilling down, but you guys can see what a pain this is going to be to actually do that. So now what I need to do is go back to here, 6, and let's just see if we can get that guy right there, and that guy right there. Get those guys. No, this is not going to end well. This is not going to end well. I'm going to have to take out all those drills, because that is not going to connect to right there. But once I get this one in, then that will work out fine. So he ain't quite touching yet, but he will be in just a quick minute. More small tubes. We have some more stuff coming, so sure, I'm glad I built this platform a little bit closer. I mean, I could have done it down there, but again, I wouldn't have the wind power that I need. So yeah, I'm making a lot of stuff. Need small tubes is what I really need, and let's just go and take a few of those. Come on, small tubes, are you coming or not? You're going to be a little bit. I am going to wait for those small tubes. I'm going to continue working on getting those drills moved. I can at least start getting a few of them moved, and then we'll come back and see just how well this is working. Alright, look, both engines are running. Yay! Now we have enough stuff going on. That will really help out a lot. Let's go to here. Let's look under the inventory. Actually, control panel, I think. Now, the large cargo containers are doing pretty good. Doesn't look like there's anything left in there, but these guys have a lot in there. Of course, there's this one. So there is a lot of stuff going in. Let's go to control panel, and let's go to the hydrogen tanks. Okay, they don't have anything in them because these guys are taking it all, but that's okay because it's refilling the batteries. and that's really the main thing, is that's going to keep this thing running. I got all those drills built, and let's go down and take a real quick look at that. So I did drill that out a little bit in the ice and got that going to drop these guys down one. You can see this is just incrementally dropping them down. The next one can actually be, if I back this up, then I'll be able to go deeper here, and then I will be able to put in some with pistons and just keep on doing that. And then eventually I will be able to get over here wherever all that ore is and get some of that. And I can also drive over like this stuff right here and begin getting like stone and stuff. That's going to be really good, but I got to remember to watch out where I'm driving. Alright, let's come to here, let's get into here, let's go to I, and let's go to control panel. Let's go to drills. Then what we're gonna do is just highlight the rest of these, and then we'll save these also. Okay, save. Nice. Yeah, what I need to do is kind of get to where I can see if they're all working. Cool, they're all working. Now what I'm gonna do is very slowly back up, and let's hope that this works good. Maybe try to go a little bit slower backwards. You can see the wheels are barely turning right now, and that's kind of what I want, is for them to go really, really slow backwards. It is going very slowly backwards, and that's what I'm looking for. So you're going to do a sweeping motion when you're doing these. I can put lights on here to make this a little bit easier to see also, and I may do that now that we're going to have enough power. So there's 23 hours worth of power on here right now. That's actually pretty good. But the kilograms are going up, up, up. And let's back up a touch and just keep on this guy going. Now we're going to be sweeping back and forth, so this is going to make it deeper, and then I'll pull up again, and we'll just keep on doing this until we have so much ice that we're not going to know what to do with it. Then what I can do is tear off the drills, drive over to an area that has ore, and then I can start doing it that way. So that's going to be pretty darned exciting, I think. Going back up some more. Now we're going to be getting a whopping ton of ice, and that's going to be actually really good. I'm going to put probably lights underneath to see where I'm going and everything, and also maybe on the all around, basically, just so it makes it easier to see. But you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just basically making this lower and lower every time, and we're going to get so much ice, it's ridiculous. Now, I don't know if this thing's going to fly so well, so we're probably just going to have to build another ship with whatever we get from here. And I'll tell you what, this ice is deep. Most of this ice on these lakes is very, very, very deep. So that's one of the good things. I'm just trying to go really slow because I really don't want damage caused to the drills and that. But you can see that it's making it quite a bit deeper than it was. So as long as we keep on deepening those channels, that's the main thing right there that I'm kind of more worried about. These channels keep on getting deeper, and we keep on getting more ice. Once this is done, we're going to have ice for days, and then when we do go up into space, when we have hydrogen engines and whatever else, then that's going to be really good too. So, oh, back up. There you go. Don't be going forward yet, buddy. And next time, what I'm going to do is have some more. So I'm going to continue working on this, and there will be a deep channel down to the rock, and then I will start getting more stuff. I'll probably drive over to like one of these areas and take off those bottom drills and try to get some ice that way, or some rock that way, to try to get those ores going. And I can even put some drills out on the very, very front just to kind of, you know, start getting some of that stuff for sure. This thing is going to be weighing so much, it's ridiculous. I did make one on my single player and went up in space, but it was a real challenge trying to do that. This is going to be so deep. This is amazing. And it's charging the batteries. The engines are working, and that's really what I want. Why are you shaking so much? I'm not running over anything that's I didn't want to be, so that's good. Alrighty, so now we have that. Let's just go and turn those guys off, and you guys can see how this is done. And just keep on dropping them lower and lower until you get down to whatever you're looking for. And we can also put, like, you know, when I made that one spin, you know, turning around, we can also do that. So let me know what you guys think about this. I think this is pretty amazing. I've been having a lot of fun building this. It is a lot of work, but it's also rewarding. So, you know, because we're going to have enough ice to go for quite a long time, and that's going to be the best for us. Our hydrogen engines are working. I just had to route the ice to go pretty much directly into there, and then when these guys get full, then it will be going into the hydrogen tanks. And I can also shut off one of these guys. That's not that big of a deal because I don't think I need to have them both going. And then this hydrogen tank will start filling up here, or at least that's kind of the hope. Let's go to the hydrogen tank. Let's go to this one. And it still looks like a lot of it's being diverted. So, how are you doing, buddy? You don't have any in you. Let me see if I can put a little bit of that in there. So let's take it from this container and let's put it into there. Then hopefully that will start transferring over into this tank here, because this guy will be doing that. And then, of course, if I don't want power going into there or hydrogen, I could just cut that right there, and that would be good too. Alright, everybody, thank you for joining me here. We built our ice rover. We got it going. We built a lot of stuff on it. This thing is costing an arm and a leg and a few other body parts. It is very expensive, but it's good. It's fun. I really enjoy doing these kinds of things. I've never actually built too many of these big items like this, but I have seen them built, and yeah, they take a lot of work. So you guys are amazing. Thank you for joining me here. Thank you for subscribing and liking and watching my videos and everything. I really do appreciate it. Welcome to the new subscribers. I hope you guys are having a good day. This is Space Engineers, and the update has come out. I will try to be looking a little bit at that. I don't know much about it, but I did notice that when I went to I have space credits somewhere when I was looking at something. Yeah, so I have a account balance of 10,000 space credits. I don't know exactly what that means or anything, but I guess we'll be finding out here pretty soon. So I'm going to work on that and see what I can figure out and try to get a bunch of ice going and everything else. And yeah, we're going to see what's happening here. It's going through a lot of ice. It's taking it down pretty quick, but it's also filling things up, and that's good, so I do like that. You guys have a great day. I am DeFudge 3004, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.